In this week's episode of Pluribus, Carol gets to experience the trials and tribulations of being a YouTuber. Welcome back to Movies Good, Internet Bad. I'm Cory, and this is my spoiler-filled review of Episode 5 of Pluribus entitled Got Milk. Shane is on vacation again this week. He's seeing his family for the holidays. Maybe he'll be back next week, maybe not. Tune in next week to find out. Let's dive right in. Like and subscribe. Here we go. The Joined leave Albuquerque right at the top of this episode because Carol has done some damage. She's hurt some people. Zoja's in cardiac arrest. Nothing's going well. We get a really great visual of all the cars leaving the city on the highway while she's on top of a hotel just screaming her lungs out in typical Carol fashion, really making good of the thumbnail on the Apple TV app that you see every time you load it up. The Joined have decided that their feelings for Carol have not changed, but they just need a little bit of space. And there's a great gag with a voicemail now. So every time Carol calls by dialing 0, as she has in previous episodes, there is now a voicemail, which is voiced by Patrick Fabian, who played Howard Hamlin on Better Call Saul. Nice little Easter egg there for those with eagle ears. But that gag happens multiple times throughout this episode. Every time Carol calls for help, she has to sit there and listen to the entire voicemail, and it plays out every time. And you feel the cringe just as much as Carol does, which is awesome. This whole episode really is a great acting showcase for Ray Seahorn, because she's basically alone the entire episode. She has no one to play off of, so she's got to really make do with her abilities, and she just completely knocks it out of the park. As I mentioned before, she gets to live the life of a YouTuber. She talks directly into a camera, much like I'm doing right now, in a room by herself, much like I am right now. She wonders if anyone out there is listening, just like I do right now. And then she even records an entire video, watches it back, deletes it, and then re-records it in the hopes that no one will find out, which God only knows that is extremely relatable. Since there really is no internet, though, she's not technically a YouTuber. She's just recording video messages. She saves them onto a memory card and has the Joined send them out to the 12 remaining survivors. We do this via drone because the Joined do not want to get anywhere near Carol because they need her space. We get a really good gag where they also send the drone to pick up her trash at one point, which is really funny because the bag is a little bit too heavy. It gets wrapped around a light pole, and if you have any friends who have ever owned a drone before, flying it into something and breaking it is one of their biggest fears. And then there's the great gag with the trash actually falling out because the blades from the drone tore open the bag. Really, really funny stuff. We also get a little bit of what I'm referring to as Detective Carol in this episode. So she discovers via a trash can that the Joined really... They really have a thing for milk, a real affinity for dairy products there. But she finds out that it is not actually milk because she drives over to the dairy plant that's local in Albuquerque and finds out that they have a large stockpile of this mysterious white powder that is pH neutral, that's in a bunch of bags. So she takes one of those bags home, she does some testing on it, finds out that it's neutral, there's no chlorine. All they're doing is mixing it with water, and it creates a liquid that is a little bit thinner than a typical olive oil, which, according to Carol, has to mean something. So really interesting stuff. She's wondering what's going on here. She sits down to have a adult beverage, which she does in just about every episode of the show, and she stumbles into a barcode on the bag. She goes to her local Sprouts, which we've seen in prior episodes, and she scans the barcode. But of course, the barcode doesn't have any product that pops up. But being Detective Carol, as she is in this episode, she finds a bag of dog food inside that Sprouts that has the same design and build and the same barcode on the back of it. And she finds the plant where that is made. It, of course, is also located in Albuquerque because Sprouts sources a lot of local foods and products, which is cool. And then upon getting to that plant, she finds a stockpile of food supplies that are kept in kind of a freezer room, and then opens up a container that makes her gasp in both shock and horror. And then we immediately smash cut to the credits. We can only imagine that what she saw was the source of the white powder. And if I had to guess, it would probably be something involving the human remains from all of the different humans that died when this event happened back in the pilot episode. But they're leaving that mystery. It's a really great hook to get you excited for the next episode, which is sadly a week and a half from now, because this episode came out a few days early due to Thanksgiving. But overall, great episode directed by Gordon Smith. It had some montage. It had some classic Vince Gilligan Breaking Bad time-lapse stuff. Very deliberate pacing, and I can understand for some folks who are used to the current landscape of streaming, where everything comes at you in a very fast-paced motion, that something that's a little slower like this might fall into what one would consider boring. I find that to be completely the opposite. I love it when shows take their time. That's the beauty and the magic of TV, is that it is a long form storytelling. This isn't a 2-hour movie. It's not a blockbuster that we're stretching out into 6 episodes. This is a show that is telling exactly the story that it wants, and I think it's doing a great job so far. I think Ray Seahorn is killing it. The production design is fantastic. The cinematography is super cool, and you can see that just every dollar that they were given is on the screen. So really excited to see where things go, and there's only 3 episodes left for us to find out. So that is going to do it for this video. Would love to hear your thoughts below. If you are watching Pluribus, go ahead and drop us a comment. Let us know your thoughts on the series as well as this episode. We'll respond to everyone that comes through. We'll be back next week with Shane, without Shane. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe he doesn't know. We'll find out, though, if you stay tuned. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like I said, I will at least be back next week. And there's some new movies that are coming out, too. We're in full Oscar mode, so hopefully we'll get some of those videos up for you soon, too. So be on the lookout for all of those things and so much more. And until next time, we'll see you guys in the next video.